Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What another beautiful day. One second. What another beautiful day to be able to wake up on God's green earth and have another opportunity to create something for ourselves. So, with that being said, guys, I am trying something. Oh, okay. Someone was trying to call me. That was frozen. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know down in the chat. Can you guys hear me okay before we get started? I'm about to spill some value for you guys. I'm about to go crazy today. So make sure, just let me know if can you guys hear me? What's up, Sharice? How's it going this morning? Can you guys hear me? At first, I didn't have my mic on. You guys hear me okay? Yes, no, no, yes. If you're watching this live, okay, you can hear me. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, yes, yes. I love this for us. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, I'm about to go crazy with the value, the information. I'm going to give you guys some gems. Candace, I need the link to your mic. Okay, I got this off of Amazon. Got you, boo. Okay, okay. So I'm going to go crazy with the value. I'm going to share with you guys exactly how I was able to make 5.8 million from my phone. I guarantee you by the end of this live, you're going to know exactly what steps to take and what you're going to do to start generating revenue from the very device that you're on, that you're watching me on right now as we speak. Okay, so I'm doing things a little bit differently. I'm actually, instead of going live on the blue app, I'm going live on the red app. So if you're watching over here, just let me get my message out really quickly. If you're watching over here, the replay, comment below saying hashtag replay. And I want you to watch this live from beginning to end. Do not skip over anything. And when I ask for certain comments or ask certain questions, answer them or comment them as if you're watching this in real time. Because I promise you, the value that you're going to get in this live is going to blow your mind. Okay. So, with that being said, we got team YT, Team TT. Whoever provides the most love, shows out the most love, that's who's going to get all my value. That's who's going to get all of my, that's who I'm going to be directing my energy to. And if one is more quiet than the other, I'm just going to go ahead and close out of that live. Okay. So before we get started, guys, share the love, and give some hearts to this live, share this live, because the more you pour into me, the more love y'all show me, the more love I'm gonna show y'all. I feed off of y'all's energy. If y'all give me a lot of energy, y'all give me a lot of engagement, y'all give me a lot of, a lot of this, then I give y'all a lot of this. I'm more friendlier, and I start spilling more and more stuff. So guys, let's share the love, let's share all of that, so that way we can, get this thing going. Also, that's the other thing. If we get the likes and the shares up early, people don't come halfway through the live asking questions. Okay, they get in earlier, so now I don't have to go backwards. I like to go in chronological order. I don't like going backwards. I like getting in and getting out. I like giving you the value and going, okay, and going about my business. And so that way you can go about yours and how you could start generating. So really quickly, guys, also, if you are tuning into this live, make sure you're not quiet. I'm sorry, ask questions and engage in the chat. So with that being said, before we kick this thing off, I'm gonna need every single person in this live to go ahead and say hello, good morning, let me know where you're watching from. Because when you go to somebody's house and you're going especially over there to eat, you're not just not gonna say nothing to the person that's bringing you into their home. You're not just gonna not say anything to anybody, right? Especially if they're feeding you. Okay, so in this live, you coming into my home, you coming into my life, and I'm feeding y'all value. So I'm gonna need y'all to speak up and let me know where you're watching from. I like to get to know the people that are watching. Okay, so we got Viv from New York. What's up? What's up? How's it going? We got Jen from Dallas. Okay, what's going on? We got Kels from Peterson, New Jersey. Okay. We got Empowered Goddess. Okay, an OG in the building. What's going on? We got A Steen from Nashville. Okay, so we got people across the way. I love to see it. I love to see it. All right, cool, cool. This is fun. This is fun. Okay, so what I like to do for my lives, because I'm starting to get back into the lives, is what I like to do is I like to give you guys free gems. Obviously, I like to teach because this is kind of going to be like a class, but don't think of it like a class. Think of it as a we hanging out and we're friends and I'm just teaching you and showing you what I do. But I like to also give gifts. I like to reward. So with that being said, guys, if we can get these likes up to 10K, I will give you guys a free gift. Okay? Let's get these likes up to 10K likes and let's get these shares up and I will give you guys a free gift. Okay? So with that being said, what's up again? My name is Candace for the people that don't know me. If you already follow me and if you've seen my content before, just say one in the chat. I like to shout out my OGs. Thank you, Shalonda, for the heart me. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Um, okay. I don't okay. Back to what I was saying. If you're an OG, definitely say excuse me, definitely say one in the chat. I like to shout out my OGs. And if you're brand new, say two, because we like new faces here too. But again, my name is Candace. I've been on social media, I've been in the online space for over 10 years. I built my brand. Okay, we got Alvin, who's new, Kel's new. Okay, we got a lot of new people. Jen, new. Okay, okay, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you love it here. I hope you guys stay. Again, also, guys, make sure you click that plus button because the algorithm's weird like that. Say, for example, your phone dies, you actually swipe away, you get distracted, you may never see me again. Okay, and you'll miss out on all the value that I post and that I share. So, again, my name is Candace Hawkins. I've been in the space for 10 years. I've made $5.8 million from my phone. I started as a broke high school teen mom, and I've literally created a way for myself. Okay. I've seen a lot of things in my past 10 years, and I've learned how business, especially when it comes to social media, works. There's a reason why I'm not one of those people that have burnt out. I've been able to be relevant and continuously make money for these past 10 years. So I'm going to be teaching you guys the fundamentals. My style of teaching is different than most people. I like for people to understand why it works before they start doing it to make it work for them. Because I've taught across the state, I taught on stages across the country. I have 30,000 students, some that are 6 and 7 figure earners. And my most successful students over the past 10 years, what I've learned is the people that actually learn the fundamentals and the foundation and the principles first and how to build something that grows and lasts, those are the ones that are the most successful, other than the ones that just want to come in and make a quick buck. Okay. So, with that in mind, excuse me, with that in, oh my gosh, hold on, y'all. With that in mind, there is two types of people on the internet. There's two types of people. Okay. Type A is the first one. Type A is consumers. People who come onto the platforms, all of these platforms, TT, YT, FB, IG, and they consume content. A lot of the times you don't even realize that you're spending hours scrolling. If you're one of those people, go ahead and say that's me. It's okay. It's okay if it is, because most people are. Maybe you're scrolling during work. Maybe you're scrolling while you're driving when you shouldn't be. If you're scrolling in bed, whatever the case may be, you're consuming. You're consuming content, you're engaging with people's content, and you might even seen like an ad for a product that you even buy. I'll be the first to say, yeah, I'll be seeing stuff on TikTok Shop and I'll be buying them. Okay. You're not gaining from social media. You're only giving. You're not benefiting. You're giving. That's why some people say social media is a waste of time, go touch grass. In that sense, if you're using social media in that context, then yes. In that sense, you are giving, 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 not get receiving. Okay. Now, the type B, that's who I am. That's who a group of people are on the internet, which is producers. People who produce content, who produce offers, who produce value. And those are the ones that are monetizing these platforms. And the misconception that I want you guys to get out of your head, because a lot of people think like this, in order to produce content, to be a producer on social media, is you have to have creativity, you have to have skill, you have to be personality, you have to have lights, camera, action, a whole production, and that's not true. All you need is strategy and structure. If you have those two things, you can monetize the internet. My goal is to make making money online mainstream. If someone like me, who's never had any experience on social media, someone who had less than 300 friends on FB, and I was a teen mom, I didn't have time for social media. If I was able to get on these platforms, excuse me, and make as much as I have been, you can too. Okay. So again, the goal is to make making money online mainstream. See, This live, especially for this live, is for people. I want to make this very clear. This live is for people who want to learn how to monetize the device that they're on right now. Your phone, if you're on social media right now, which is every single person, because y'all are on my live right now, every single person in here should be making no less than $100 a day from the internet. Period, point blank. At least $100 a day. And as long as you have a smartphone in your hand and you have a strategy in place, you can achieve that. Really quickly, guys, let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. I got a free gift at 10K. I got a free gift for you guys at 10K. So, um, okay. Now back to what I was saying. Matter of fact, let me get a drink of my water because my throat's getting dry. Okay. Back to what I was saying. So you should be making no less than $100 a day. And again, with the right strategy, the right mentor, the right layout, you'll be able to do that. Now, really quickly, I want to do a quick experiment. Really quick, just a really quick experiment because I want to prove something to you guys. I did this last live and I did this the live before that, but this is the experiment that I want to do for you guys. For every single person that's watching this live right now, I want you to type the word POST, post, and post that in the chat. For every single person, that's I don't know, I have my analytics hidden here, so I don't know how many people are in this room, but the comments should match the numbers in this room. Okay, so we have a lot of people typing the word post. Okay, okay, love to see this. Love to see this. You guys be making me smile. Y'all over here, don't go too quiet on me. If you're watching, make sure you're the analytics is hidden here too. Every single the number should match the comments. Make sure you're typing the word post and comment that in the chat. I want to see something. I want you guys to see something actually. Because again, this live is not about me, okay? Because I make my coin without even being live. This is me sharing, spreading value, spreading knowledge, because this is what I do. Okay, so I have a lot of people that said post. That right there is exactly the skill that you need to be able to start monetizing the internet. That's the basic skill. Why? Because you followed three things. One, you heard what I said, you listened to what I said. Two, you duplicated and did exactly what I told you to do. Okay, that means you could follow directions. And three, you hit the post button. So shout out to you. Give yourself a round of applause because you have exactly what it takes, the bare minimum, the bare skill to be able to start monetizing your phone, your device that you're on right now. Everybody else who didn't follow those directions, go ahead and swipe out of this live right now because this live is not for you. This live is for people who can listen, who can follow directions, and who can post. Everybody else, let's go ahead and make your exit. Let's go ahead and make your exit because again, I like to pour into people that are willing to follow those who can do those three things because that shows me that you're not a waste of my time, that you will actually and you can make money from the internet and that you're engaging here with me. Okay. So the fact that you can do those three things, that's all that it takes. When I tell you I've taught over 30,000 people, that's literally what it takes. So really quickly, I I remember like 10 years ago. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about me. Yes. 10 years ago. Yes. 10 years flies. And that's telling. Now, again, I don't like to talk about myself, but that's telling because the fact that I was able to be so successful over these 10 years and still keep growing, that means I have something that's working. Something that I can scale, that you can scale. And the same things that I learned and what I know is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So, excuse me. I teach people and I show people how to go from idea to income so you can start getting paid for your mind, not your grind. So here's the thing, regardless of what people say, you can agree with me or you cannot agree with me, but this is the fact. The hardest worker, actually, let me ask y'all, this is what they teach us in society. We can get into a whole conversation about what the societal norms or what they teach us is how it's like backwards. But here's a question I want to ask you guys. Good morning, just joined. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Let me ask you guys a question. When it comes to just life in general, I don't know about y'all, but this is what they taught me. The harder that you work, the more you will be rewarded. The harder that you work, the further you'll go in life. Have you ever been told that? Say yes or no in the chat. That if the harder that you work, the more that you'll gain, the further you'll go. Promotions, raises, just in life in general. Yes. Yes. Okay, got a lot of yeses. Yeses. No, okay. We live in two different worlds then, boo. Cause I don't know about you, but that's what they've been telling me my whole life. That I need to start working harder. If I'm not where I want to be, then work harder. You need to work harder. You're not working hard enough. That's what they told us. That's what they told me at least. Okay, well here's the reality. Here's the truth. They lied to us. We were brainwashed to believe that. Because if that's the truth, why don't you see these most successful people working their ass off? Why are they not grinding? I see them sitting back in $1 million meetings and with their feet kicked up in their yachts. They're not putting in the same grind as the average person because that's that's how they keep us here. The most successful people are not the hardest workers. Look, I don't want to make this about me, but I'm gonna share my quick testimony. Like I do, I like to share my testimony because I like to share proof that is possible for anybody. I, for one, grew up in Florida. I don't. A lot of you guys from across the state, we may have share the same story. We may not. Everybody has their own story, but a lot of us have the same goal. We want to be successful. Excuse me. But I grew up in a household with a single mom where she struggled. She was an immigrant. Her mom was an immigrant. It was just, we came here struggling. Every month, a new utility was getting shut off. Okay, not every like for most of my childhood, from what I could remember, most of the time there was never a month where we had multiple things on at once. It was either the electric this month, the water, the gas. Like it was like that. That's how my child, and it was bug infested. It was a lot. Okay, it was really hard growing up. So I didn't have anybody from college. I didn't. Nobody in my family went to college. Nobody in my family was successful. Nobody had a business. Nobody knew anything about credit. I became an 18-year-old with bad credit. Thank you for the fan club. Appreciate that. Because my mom had to use my credit, which I'm not blaming her for anything. She tried her very hardest because she's just doing what she's taught. She's a product of her environment. So when I grew up, I only knew one thing: to survive. Work harder and maybe I'll go further. I got pregnant in high school. Look, I'm a victim of my environment. I don't regret my child by at one bit, but it was hard. What did I do? I got a job at McDonald's. I was the hardest worker there. I was picking up everybody's shift. I was going above and beyond, being a yes man to my manager. What can I do for you? Do you need me to do this? Do you need me to do that? Fake laughing. Y'all know how y'all are with y'all managers. Y'all gotta like be in good graces. And in the most that I got was a employee of the month plaque and a 25-cent raise. Okay, that was enough. Work harder, they said. Got another job, worked at a call center. I was taking positions of training other people on the floor because I was the hardest worker on the floor that they had me get up and train other people. I worked for Ford Motor Company. If y'all ever called Ford, that was me on the phone. Okay. They had me training other people, and I asked, okay, well, I'm scared to ask for raises because I figured, you know, I just like, how is it that I should be afraid to ask for more money when I'm doing more work? Y'all may not be like me, but I was. And they said the best we could do for you is we can give you about a 50-cent raise. Maybe in a couple years, it can go up a little bit more. That didn't sit right with me. I'm doing everything by the book, but why is it not reflecting? And the worst part was the person sitting right next to me that's doing very minimal work, maybe on their phone all day, I'm getting this paid the same exact thing as them. That didn't sit right with me. That's when things started clicking. What if one day I can't show up to work? Why am I trading so much time and my energy and my body? If I'm not showing up, do I that means I don't get paid. That's the reality that most people live in. That's the truth. And most people are so conditioned to think that that's normal. That is not normal, friend. That is not normal. You should not be living like that. You should not be going to a place. If you love what you do, let me just say this. If you love what you do, that's a career. That's one thing. Do what makes you happy. But if you're going to a place that's a job just over broke, a job is only meant to get you to where you're going, but not be your final stop. I'm replaceable as a nurse. It's sad. That's the thing. When you are employed by somebody, you are replaceable. I remember I worked with somebody who, what was it? They had like a whole traumatic thing, and they ended up having to fire them, and then already had their seat filled, and they came back to work thinking like, wait, what's going on? That's the reality. That's the reality is, and we're conditioned to think that's normal. That's not normal. And the fact that we live in this era today where it's so much easier and so much more possible to create something for ourselves that gives us full control, that's what people should be taking advantage of. Not having to ask for permission to take a lunch break, not having to ask permission. You're a grown person asking to go to the restroom. I don't know your dynamic at your job, but that's typical. That was my life. Okay. So that's when I realized things were not clicking. It was not the math wasn't mathing, the sense wasn't sensing. And this is what I've learned. The difference between rich people and poor people. And you could say, oh, Candace, I'm not poor. I got money in my bank account. Poor is not just being having money in your pocket. Poor is also here. Let's get these likes up to 10K because, guys, I got you guys a free gift at 10K likes. Let's get these shares up. Let's get these shares up. I don't know how many people in this room, but together we can do this. Let's get these 10 to 10K and these shares up. The difference between rich people and poor people, I want you guys to understand this, okay? Write this down. The difference between rich people and poor people is poor people leverage time. They think how much can I receive if I trade my body, my energy, and my time for within 1 hour. They think, okay, I can make $20 doing this for an entire hour at this job. Oh, a better job. I need to find a better paying job. Okay, can I do this job? This job pays $25 per hour. I'm moving, trading, still trading time for money. When rich people, they don't look for different opportunities that's going to trade their time for money. They don't look at, oh, I can make a $30 here an hour. No, they leverage people, they leverage systems. Here's the reality. Here, let me just show you guys an example because you can believe me, you can don't believe me, but this is the fact. You got a Walmart worker. Walmart worker, let's say they make $15. I don't know what the average pay because again, I haven't had a job in 10 years, so I don't know what the pay is. But let's just say a Walmart worker makes $15 an hour. $15 an hour. They're on their feet for 8 hours. So that 1 hour of work that they did for $15 on their feet, folding things, handling customers. I don't know how. I worked at Walmart for one day when I just graduated. Put that little thing out there. Um, but I was on my feet. But a Walmart worker, they're on their feet doing whatever it is, whatever they're doing. Okay. 1 hour they made only $15, while the CEO made 15,000, 1,500, or 150,000 that hour with their feet kicked up, somewhere chilling with their family. That right there should tell you right now, open up, wake up. The hardest worker in the room is not the most paid. I know it because I did it. Most people did it. I did exactly what they said by the book, but it didn't work out for me. I not only was I the brokest I ever was, but I was also the most tired as I ever was. I was one paycheck from losing everything. I was already on the verge of going homeless. I was living between houses. We couldn't afford anything, and we had a daughter. How much am I? Okay, I'm not gonna feed into like that. Okay, so anyways, excuse me. So when I realized that, it was around Christmas time. This again, I'm just gonna get through my testimony because I want you guys to see how possible it is. Because I'm like most people. I'm just a regular person. Didn't have any skill, didn't have anything, no background, no nothing. Just a regular person that came to realization. Okay. So my fiance found the online space first because it looked a little bit different. 26. Think about how where social media was 2016. My fiance saw this first, and I didn't believe it at first. I told him, "Don't waste your time," because he worked at a light bulb factory. He got let go, and I said, "You need to pick up another job. This is just not going to work. We're going to get evicted. We're able to get in a place where we can get our own place. We're going to get evicted if you don't figure out another situation." He said, "I'm gonna try the internet." Made $1,000. Okay, boom, that helped us. Excuse me. But I was just like saying, okay, this is just temporary. The internet is not something long term, like most people think. It's not long term. And it got to the point where it was right before Christmas. Rent was due for January. We didn't have nothing under the tree for Christmas. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I had two options. One, option A, was pick up a third job, following the book, work harder. You're not working, you're not where you want to be because you're not working hard enough. So let me work harder with a third job. That was option one. Option two was try the internet. Try the internet space and see what it could do for me. Let me just lock in for a little bit. Let me see what it could do. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, I have to end up getting a third job. So I'm the receipt queen. I like to share receipts. I document everything. Everything I do is well documented. Okay, let me just show y'all. Okay, I can't zoom in anymore. Oh, let me flip mirror this. I keep forgetting to do this at the beginning of my life. Um, okay, I don't know if it's mirrored here. Okay, so here we go. 2012 or 2016, January 22nd, a couple days before Christmas. I had $55 in my bank account. $55 in my bank account. In 1 week, I made $7,829 from and 54 cents. This right here, my friends, this changed everything for me. It didn't just change my situation. I was able to pay a couple months in advance on my rent and pay catch up on my bills. And it saved Christmas. I was able to spoil my daughter that year, but it changed something in me. It showed me the possibilities because I didn't have a limit like a job. When you go to a job, no matter how hard you work, you're only going to get paid that much per that hour. So the only way to make more is to work more hours, but you only have 24 hours in a day and you need 8 of those to sleep. And so at max you could make work maybe like 8 to 10 hours. I did this from my phone with the possibility with the internet. There's no cap to this, so I knew that this could do something for me. So it sparked something up here. I went all in. I put that energy that I would have put into a job and put it into myself, put it into something that can I can see a return in, and it made 6 figures a month. When I tell you the possibility is unlimitless, I mean that. That's how people are becoming successful from the internet. And if I can do it, if I was able to do it without a mentor, without a guide, without any sort of blueprint, you can. Because I want to make something very clear to you guys. 2016, the era that we live in, you live in the most, I guess I live in this era too, obviously, but we live in the most spoiled era, period. I came from a world of 2016 where social media was only about friends and family, people that you follow. You had to break through that barrier. Social media is all about just virality. It's all about discoverability. It's all about just being connected. So let me ask you guys this question with you guys in the chat. Let's get these likes up to 10K. We're almost there. We're almost there. I'm going to give you guys a free gift if we can get to 10K. So let me ask you guys a really quick question. When you come to social media, whether it be TT, YT, FB, IG, when you go to your explore page, when you go to your For You page, are you seeing content from people that you follow or from new people, new different viral posts, people you didn't even know existed? Comment your answer in the chat. Are you seeing content from strangers or the people that you're following? Okay, so we got some new. Another person said new, mixed, both. Okay, mixed. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, over here we got, okay, what's up, you guys? Okay, so we saying both. Okay, new people, content, friends. Okay, we got it. Okay, okay. So majority of the content that you're seeing for most of the time, how the algorithm is supposed to set up, is they're delivering content to new audiences. Oh, we're almost at 10K. We're like really like literally right there. Let's get that up. Let's get these shares up. Let's get these shares up to at least 10. Can we get these shares up to at least 10? 10 and 10. 10 and 10. 10 and 10. And make sure you guys are clicking that plus button. Because again, for any reason, if you swipe out or you phone dies or anything, you may never see me again. And I believe everything is for an alignment. I think everything happens for a reason. I'm a God-fearing woman and God puts things in our faces. Oh, we're at 10K. Woo! Okay, we need two more shares, and then I'm gonna give the free gift. But really quickly, let me just get through my point. Okay, so Thank you. Thank you. What it just went so fast. Thank you for that gift. I appreciate that. Okay, so the algorithm is set up to deliver content to new audiences. That's just what it is. So when you're posting on social media, oh, we got the shares. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the free gift in just a second here. Okay. Thank you, Erica, for the roses. Thank you, Wally, for the roses as well. You guys are amazing. Like when I say my TikTok family, y'all are always come through and showing the love. I in the beginning sometimes I'd be like, "Ah, how do I start?" But then when I see y'all start showing all the love, that it gets me going. I feed off of y'all's energy. Okay, so algorithm. The algorithm is set up to deliver content to new audiences. So with that being said, people are going viral every single day for the littlest things unintentionally. Let's say, matter of fact, let me back up for a second. How many people are on social media? I'll answer that question for you. 5.66 billion people with a B. 5.66 billion. Now, let me ask you guys a question. If you guys had a business, I don't care what kind of business it was, if you had a business, excuse me, and your business was on social media and you were able to tap into that 5.66 billion people just to get that exposure, do you think you could come out as $1 million business if you could tap into 5.66 billion people? Up to, I should say. Comment yes or no in the chat. We got yes. Yes from Kelly. Tika, yes. Jeff, yes. Shay B, yes. Wally, yes. We got Patrice over here. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we have a lot of yeses. That's exactly what it is. When it comes to business and growing a brand, all it really is obviously one part of it is building trust, but the other is exposure. Why do you think the Kardashians are so successful? Every business that they launch always sells out, goes crazy because they have exposure. They can reach audiences. And when it comes to social media and how algorithm is set up, just like you found me, didn't know who I was, a lot of you guys, if you can leverage, okay, remember that word, pocket that word in your mind. Like I said, rich people leverage systems and people. Leverage is the key in all of this. If you can leverage that attention and have a business and get that attention and leverage it to build that business, you have $1 million business. It's all about leverage. So with that being said, guys, since you guys are amazing, the best group of people I've ever came across in my entire life, I'm gonna give you guys a free gift. So I just heard a door close. Okay. Anyways, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do for you guys is, okay, I'm gonna actually say this really quick. Say this really quickly. When it comes to my profile, I know some of you guys probably have already went trying to go to my profile and try to click the link and on my bio and said, "Oh, what is this girl about? Like, let's see what this really what's really behind this." And you probably saw that there's nothing there. I don't put links on my profile unless I'm talking about it. I like for people to hear my voice first and hear what I have to say so that way they know exactly what I'm about before I put my links public, before I put my links out there. Okay, I don't want just everybody joining my community. So, really quickly, can we all agree that proximity matters? If you're around somebody who has who is achieving the goals that you want, if you're close to them and you're around that tribe or you're around that person that would rub off of you, do you yes or no? Does proximity matters? Yes. Like if I want to get healthy, and I started hanging out with a bunch of gym heads and they were eating healthy protein shakes every morning. If I was with them all the time, that would rub off on me. Yes, it would. Proximity matters. They say what if you're hanging out with five millionaires, you end up being the six. Hang out with five broke people, you end up being the six. So proximity matters. So with that being said, guys, what I'm doing for you guys is I'm actually gonna open my community for free for you guys to have close proximity. In my community, don't go nowhere yet. Just wait. Just give me a moment here. In my community, I show you how you can start generating income from different ways on the internet. And that's my community is called the 10K challenge to show you how you can make your first 10K. I'm making it free for you guys. I have hundreds of people pending in my community because I vet everybody. So with that being said, for every person that's watching this live from YT to TT, you guys are good doing good today. What's up? What's up? My first time even going live on this platform. So for every person that's watching this, I want you guys can go to my community, request my community, say that you came from TikTok, or say that you came from YT. And from there, I will be approving every single person. You guys will be a priority into my community. So to get to my community, just to give you guys a walkthrough, because I'm very slow myself, I like to see visuals. What you're gonna do is go to click on my picture on the top here. It should be up here somewhere. And then you're gonna click right here, the link in my bio. And from there, you'll see the only link, which is join my free 10K challenge. And it'll bring you to my community. And then you would just request it. Make sure you're saying that you came from TT or YT. So that way you could be a priority and get in above everybody else in the wait list. So I messaged you in school. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna check my messages when I get off this live. When I wake, like I literally wake up, get myself like breathing for the day so I could be prepared to like start my lives. And then I go and do my messages and follow up with people. So I got you in after this live. So once you join that, go ahead and you guys do that now. Once you guys do that, come back to this live because what I'm going to share with you guys at the end is not in that community. And this is the end is the golden nugget. At the end is really what's going to take you from idea to income. And then obviously when you join the community, come back and say joined. Let me know that you joined so I know who to approve. Also with you guys over here, let me know that you guys joined. So that way I can go back and approve you guys. Okay. So since you guys reached that 10K goal, the 10K goal, the 10K shares, or the 10 shares, you guys are awesome. You guys do it every time. I've only been going live for a couple days now, and I'm actually been enjoying this. So I'm gonna keep doing this for you guys, at least as much as I can, because I have a lot of things. So again, I'm going to leave that link there for a little while. So if you're not already joining the community, make sure you guys do that now because after in a couple minutes, I'm going to take the link down. So yeah, if you want to join my community and be in close proximity, then join the community and say you came from the platform that you're watching from. Okay, so that was my free gift. So actually, I got another free gift for you guys. Another gem that I want to share with you guys, but we're going to have to get the likes up to 25. 25K. I know you guys can do that in 25 shares. 25 shares, 25K likes. And I got y'all another gift. The link is only going to be there for a couple minutes, so make sure you take advantage of that. Join the group for free, okay? So, again, going back to what I said, remember, thank you, Kelly, for the roses. I appreciate that. Joined. Okay. We got a lot of people joining the group. Not able to join. Why weren't you able to join? It's the only link. It's hosted on school. Okay. So, okay. So again, let's get these likes up to 25 and I got y'all with something else. Okay, so like I said, we live in the most spoiled era. We live in a time where social media is social media. They're delivering our content to strangers. If you have the right structure and a strategy, a social media strategy, you can reach so many people. Even if you tap into point one of 0.1%, you have $1 million business. When it comes to social media, it's all about content strategy. And that's exactly what I teach people. On every single platform, it says pending. Okay, it's gonna be saying pending for everybody until I go to the request and manually approve them when I get off this live. Might have an admin awake who is doing them right now, but maybe not. I don't know if they're active right now. If not, I'm going to be going through them manually and going through filtering it from TT and YT and then approving everybody there. Okay. So again, like I said, we live in the most spoiled era. Social media is all about discoverability. With the right social media strategies, you can you can get tap into the 5.6 billion people on the internet. There's a reason why every platform that I've gone on, I've been successful because I don't even want to say viral strategy because it's not about virality because it's all about reaching your audience. Here's the thing, most people think you have to have a big following, you have to have the personality when that's not true. You just need to have a strategy. And that's what I teach my students. Okay. So when it comes to social media, it's about having a strategy. But let me ask you guys another question, because again, I like to start with the fundamentals before I really get into the nitty gritty, because I feel like, not I feel like, I know for a fact, because being in this space for so long, I've seen it across all my students. The foundation matters. And I like to teach everybody as if they're babies, like brand new into this. I want you guys to, like, most of y'all are coming from zero, because I take people from zero to making million, 6 to 7 figures online. Even your first $100, because if you can make $1, you can make 100. If you can make 100, you can make 10,000. If you can make 10,000, you can make 100,000. It's all about scaling, and I teach people how to make money now and scale that money. Okay, so when it comes to 2026, why? This is a random question, but it's gonna bring it all together. But why is Amazon so successful? Are you able to show again? So I made you. Okay, so YT is going to be a little bit different. Click the link in my bio and it'll say the 10K challenge. And you just click that and you should be able to join. Okay, so why is Amazon, guys? Why is Amazon so successful? How did you make 5.8 million? I'm going to break it down for you guys. But really quickly, I know you might be like, okay, what is she talking about? Don't worry, it's all going to tie together. I like to start you guys like you guys are babies in this, so you guys know the foundation. My style is a little bit different from everybody else's. But there's a reason why I have so many successful students. I couldn't say I need a code. Do you have, download the school app? Download school, create a school account, and then try to join it from there. Okay, so again, answer my question, you guys. Why is Amazon so successful? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Why is Amazon so successful, guys? Answer that in the comments for me. Okay, it's digital, easy to use, probably because there's stuff that people want, convenient. If you guys have been in my life before, y'all know the answer. Convenience, because they're on social media, they offer variety of products that are convenient. Bingo! Convenience. Excuse me. 2026 people shop for convenience. Next day delivery. Exactly. Shipping fast. Obviously, you can get exactly what you need, what you want, and it's convenient because you don't have to go out of your way to get it. It comes right to your door and you get it right away. That's why Amazon is so successful. Walmart, Target's around every corner, but Amazon is outdoing them, even though Amazon just came around, because it's convenience. When it comes to 2026 and going on, people want convenience. Now, let's put all of it together. Again, remember the word leverage, social media, reaching new audience, convenience. People want convenience, something that people want right now, what they can get right away. People want convenience that's making their life easier. Bingo. If you can leverage those two things, you have $1 million business. Leveraging social media, leveraging the need, the dire of needing something right away. So, how can we do that? We leverage convenience. What can we have that's convenient? What can we give people that's convenient? Now, when it comes to physical, good morning, Nora, how's it going? When you have a physical business, and again, I'm not bashing physical businesses, I'm just putting it black and white, what makes sense. When you have a physical business, when it comes to physical businesses, whether it be, clothing brand, t-shirts, um, something that you're shipping out, here's the thing with those. For one, you have to have overhead, meaning you have to put money into it. That's one thing. Two, you have to ship out orders. What if a customer is unhappy? Then you got to take the order back. Or, if they say they never got it. Y'all know them people. You just lost money. There's so many factors eating away at your profit. When it comes to physical businesses, profit margins are anywhere from 5, 10 to 20%. The closer you can get to 20, the better. But there's so many factors that's eating away. And the other thing, because again, we got to think outside the box, is when it comes to physical businesses, there's a limit. Boom, you're back at the same kind of concept as a job. You can only make $20 an hour. Well, with this, if you only have 50 on hand, you can only sell 50. But what if you're leveraging social media and you're getting this audience and you're using that, leveraging that attention, and more people than 50 people want to buy from you, but you only got 50. Now you're limited, you're capped. But here's the thing, Again, we people want convenience. What's convenience? A digital asset. Y'all say digital asset in the chat because they say when you hear it, you don't really remember it, but if you write it down, you remember it. They say you retain like 20% of what you hear. I forgot the whole saying. You retain like most of it when you write it down. Digital assets. Exactly, exactly. Now, I don't want to sound like every single person on here because a lot of people are talking about digital assets, but because it's working and it's what's making people millions of dollars, 6 and 7 figures, digital assets, but not just any digital asset, because this is what people are trying to do. They're trying to chase trends. Let's get these likes up to 25K. And I got a gift for you guys. People chase trends. That's where you're not going to have a long-term business. The reason why I'm so successful as long as I have been, and I created a brand in 2016 and still earning with it and been able to create multiple streams of income out of it, is because I'm not chasing a trend. When you chase a trend, you don't have longevity. Okay, you make right now money, but what about a year or 2 years from now? The trends completely change. Now you're trying to find the next big thing. But if you can't find the next big thing, now you're back at square one, back at zero. Creating a digital asset that actually solves problems. When you go to a hospital, when you go to a hospital, when you walk through those doors because you broke your leg, you feel sick, something's wrong with you. When you go into the hospital, you go through those doors and they sit you down. Are they trying to say, hey, buy this, buy that, buy the third? Or are they trying to figure out what's wrong with you and help you with what's going on? But obviously, you're going to get a bill later. But are they trying to upsell you different things? Comment that in the chat, yes or no. Or no? Say help or sell. Are they trying to help you? Or are they trying to sell to you? Help, help, help. Exactly. My point. If you have a digital asset that's helping people, that solves problems, for one, sell later. Yeah, when you get that bill in the mail, yeah, if you don't have it, well, even with your insurance, they send you a whole thing. But yes, their main goal is to help you. I don't think I've ever really seen advertisements for hospitals. I don't know. I don't remember. Have I? I don't know. I don't really watch TV like that. But they're trying to help you. So that's the same thing. If you're having a business that solves problems, people's problems, for one, you'll have a business that's long term. Two, it's no longer selling, because that's the other thing. People get intimidated, like, oh, I don't want to sell. You're saying this word sell, but I don't like selling. I'm not a salesperson. If you're solving a problem, you'll never sell. If you feel like you're selling something, if you feel like you're ever selling something, then you're in the wrong niche or you're not doing it right. If you're providing 20K likes, yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna give you guys this gift in a second here. If you guys are selling something, no, we need 20 shares, I mean, to match 20 shares. 17, 18, 19. We need 3 more, and then I'm gonna give you guys the gift. Okay, we need to make this match that. This. Okay. So if you're providing value and you're solving a problem, now people are coming to you to solve their problem and willingly going to purchase what you offer because it's solving their problem. You're not trying to convince somebody that they need it, that they should get it. You're showing them that they need it. Example. Okay, we got 20 shares. Okay, let me just show you guys really quickly one example and then I'm going to give you guys the gem. Okay, so, excuse me. For example, for myself, my son, I like to use this example all the time. My son, he's very, very skinny. He's healthy, but he's skinny. For moms, yes, yes, yes. My son is very, very skinny. He's a very picky eater. I've tried everything. My doctors say, try this, try that. Doesn't work. I go, what do? Like most people, I search it up on TikTok and I type in how to help a toddler gain weight. What do I see? A bunch of videos of different moms posting different strategies, different meal plans, different ideas on how you can help your toddler gain weight. One woman in particular, I found her page, and all of her content is about healthy meals for toddlers, and she's just very much a mom, and she shows just like meal times and meal plans and things like that. I used her strategies. What does she have in her link in her bio? A digital asset that teaches a meal plan. It's like a month day-to-day meal plan for toddlers to help them gain weight. That was a digital asset without even realizing. I found her. She didn't find me. I found her because she was posting on social media value, something that I needed. I found her and it was solved my problem. That's where the dollars is. That's where the money is. That's where leverage is. You're leveraging the reach, you're leveraging what people need and the convenience. I got what I needed right away. So with that being said, do you think I do this like this is something from the internet? If you're on again, I'm sorry for your loss. Let me just say that. So sorry for your loss, roversy. Um and for your daughter, because I know as parents it's really hard for us. Because if you're a parent, a lot of y'all are I got a lot of moms in my chat. For us parents, it's really, really hard for us, and time is pressing. Literally, time goes by so fast. So, like, we don't have later to figure it out. We have now to figure it out. So, yes, you can do this from your phone at your own convenience. So, with that being said, let me give you guys the gift since we hit the goals. So the gift is I'm going to give you guys the top 3 most profitable niches that you can make money with pretty much forever. Okay, this is stuff that's never going to go out of trend. So the first niche that you and these are all that you can scale as well. The first niche is business. If you have a digital product, a digital asset teaching about business, whatever business you're in, because I know I have a lot of entrepreneurs in the chat. If you're an entrepreneur and you have your own little business, say me in the chat. If you could teach people about business, if you can help businesses, and this is actually 2 in 1, is social media. If you could teach people social media, you teach people business, how to improve their business, how to use social media for their business, anything with business, teaching people how to start one, get it. Because there's a lot of people that want to get into doing hair. There's a lot of people that want to get into creating something for themselves in a specific niche, whether that be, I don't know, I always use the same examples, but like lawn business or like, whatever business there is. There's a lot of people that want to get into it. And if you have the knowledge for it, you can monetize that. So business and social media, that's the number 1 niche. And you could do a lot of research in both of these niches. And so that way you could create an offer in that. The second one is finances and credit. That is probably one of the biggest ones, to be honest. And that's one of them that I have my foot in. It's a $1 billion, all of these are $1 billion industries, by the way. But credit and finances, if you can help people fix their credit, because every single day there's going to be people with bad credit getting negative items. If you can, and it's so simple too to fix credit. It's all about knowing exactly the steps, which is simple. It's very repetitive. If you can help people with their credit situation and you can help them with their finances, that's a $1 billion industry because it's always going to be in need. And there's multiple streams of income that you can make out of that. And the third one is health and wellness. Every single day, there's people that want to better themselves, their mind, their body, excuse me, that want to be healthier. I have a credit page. Okay, so then you know. Excuse me. And so yes, health and wellness. Everybody wants to be better. Mental health therapist here. Okay, well, yes, so then you know. Yes, everybody wants to get better, lose weight. I'll be the first one to say that. But people struggle with that, and a lot of people need guidance on all 3 of these niches. So those are the top 3 niches. So I would write those down and do research on those niches. Okay. So let's go ahead and get these likes now. Let's get these likes up to 35K. And I'm gonna show you guys my honey, my big money maker, that the reason why I'm able to make so much money. So go ahead and get these likes up to 35K and let's get these shares up to 35. So with that being said, how can we start making money? Now we're getting into the good stuff. How can we start making money from the internet? How can we start taking advantage and leveraging these things that I just explained to you guys? Well, there's 2 ways. There's affiliate marketing. So we're going to start with affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is when you take somebody else's already thriving products and reshare them online for profit. That allows people that have no experience in any niche to hop into any thriving niche and make money with it. What does that sound a lot like? The affiliate program on TikTok or on all these other Amazon storefront, where you're taking products and you're advertising it and you're getting a percentage. Problem with that is when it, again, going back to physical businesses, there's a lot eating away at profits. The thing with physical businesses is that you only with those they pay very small percentages. like 1 to 5%. I'm I have the ability to do affiliate shop, and for all the products I see, it's like $1, 58 cents, maybe $3, but the $3 are higher priced. So when it comes to making money, yes, people are making money, but in order to make that kind of money, you need volume. A lot of people don't can't keep up with that. You have to sell a lot to make a good amount. Because if you're only making $1 off a unit, think about how much you got to sell to make $1,000. Thousands of them. Okay. See, that's where the issue lies. But there's money there. So I'm not going to sit there and say that there isn't. I'm not bashing that. There's money there, but it takes volume. I like to teach people what makes sense. When you find businesses that have digital products, that's where you're going to get into the bigger percentages. So there's one company in particular. I'm going to give you guys mine. It's called MyEcon. MyEcon offers a credit repair financial education business where they teach people how to remove negative items from their credit report and also improve their finances. What is that? What was that niche that I explained? That was one of the top earning niches, $1 billion industry. So that's something that I've been able to make a substantial amount of income from, because for one, I don't even have to be the one to fix the credit or know anything about the credit. I'm just simply promoting these digital products for them, and when people use them, I get paid. But Mycon pays 100%, so you're going to keep 100%. So if you're somebody who joined my community actually explains and walks you through the steps on how to get started and how to use that company. So they pay 100% plus monthly residuals, and it's a $1 billion industry. What does that mean? That means regardless if you got your foot in there or not, that money is going to be made by somebody. So I like to get it like this. I'd rather have my foot in it and get my piece than not to be in it at all. Hello? Okay. So that's one thing, affiliate marketing. So again, there's affiliate programs for business. There's affiliate marketing for wealth and uh, wealth, wellness, and health. Jeez, Louise, man, my mind is like all over the place. So again, there's affiliate programs for these popular niches, but finding a digital asset that's attached to it. Okay. Is that understood? So that's one thing. That's great for beginners. Now, what is something that I recommend? Obviously, that for one, if you like to take it easy and you want to just use somebody else and leverage, again, keyword leverage something that's already proven to work, or you can create your own. Yes, the most valuable thing that you have is up here, your mind, your skills, your expertise, and your experiences. If anybody has ever asked you for advice, whether it be relationship, whether it be about parenting, whether it be about anything, you could have monetized that. So the real question is, how can you go from here to something tangible that you can sell? How can you pull this out of your mind and put it into something that sells? So, again, going back to what I said, we live in the most spoiled era. Not only do we have the ability to reach up to 5.66 billion people on social media, not only do we live in an era where people want things right away and convenience, but now we also live in an era where technology can create everything for us. We literally just can spit it out. We can say a couple words to it, what we want, and it can spit exactly back what it wants. But it could literally spit back to us exactly what we need. So in today's era, they say use ChatGPT, use Claude, whatever. Yes, ChatGPT. Yes, yes. So when it comes to this, yes, they work, but you have to have the right prompts. It's pulling data from the internet, from just basically data, and you just really have to know what you're doing. But it's not that much work, it's not that hard. So what I did, because again, I have a lot of students, and I like to make the process simple, as if you are babies, because I even if you've already made money or you have a business and you want to scale, I like to start you back like at zero, because if you're here, if you're a blank canvas, I can make a beautiful picture out of that, right? So what I've done is I made the process simple, because again, I like the process to be simple for my students. So I revolutionized. Okay, this is the gold. I revolutionized AI to another degree. So I created what's called Candace AI. And Candace AI is not your typical AI system like ChatGPT or Claude. Good afternoon. How's it going, Kristen? Candace AI actually learns who you are, takes your experiences, what you're comfortable with, because social media is new for some people. Maybe it's not new for you, but it takes what you're comfortable with. If you want to do face, be the face of your brand, or if you want to do this faceless, it literally breaks apart who you are and creates a business. First of all, it will create the digital asset for you. So you just plug it in, it'll ask you literally who you are, things like that, and it'll create you a digital business. And then what else it does is you would take the information that it gives you from line by line, literally line by line. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Line by line. And then what you do, you plug it into this app right here, Canva. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have this app on your phone right now. Did you realize that you are sitting on something that could be making you money right now? Because this is it. So basically, again, like I said, Candace AI, you plug everything in. Again, it's going to give you your business. You plug everything that it says line by line into Canva, and now you have a digital asset in under 30 minutes. You download it, and now you have something tangible. Candace AI is not just going to create you just any random business. It's going to create a business that will work the best for you. High value, a high value problem solving digital asset. Okay. It doesn't just stop there. It doesn't just create the digital asset for you. It's going to create you a social media plan, a social media blueprint that's going to help you specifically grow and start generating revenue. See, here's the thing. When it comes to social media, it looks a lot different for different people. My strategy, obviously, across the board has been does work for people, but there might be certain things that you might do a little bit differently that will work better for you. And you would only know that if you go through it and try it. Candace AI takes everything that I've learned, because it's, again, everything that I've learned for the past 10 years, put into this system plus data. So it's going to craft you a plan that works best for you, not just anybody, not just some random person, but for you based off of the information that you feed it. Okay. Candace AI does not just work with this by itself. Thank you for the fan club, Beth. I appreciate that. Excuse me, it doesn't just work by itself. It also works with my 30-day digital marketing playbook, which walks you from start to finish, from idea to income, from creating, launching, start earning revenue, to scaling in your first 30 days. The 30-day digital marketing playbook. So this is what I did, because again, I'm the receipt queen, and I've been doing this for 10 years, and I don't like putting my name on something that doesn't work. So I made sure that this worked. I wanted to test it. So I came in as if I'm a baby, like brand new, and I wanted to see, create me a business that will sell, that will make me money, create me a marketing plan. Did exactly what, sorry, don't worry, guys. I'm going to show you guys how to get it. Did exactly what it told me to do. And in 2 days, not even like 2 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour a day, because again, I don't work more than 2 hours a day. It made me $709. Following exactly what it told me to do. Okay, so in the link in my bio, that's my community. So if you haven't joined it, this is the last 2 minutes, because I'm gonna take it down. I meant to do that, but I got distracted. So let's get these likes up to 35K, these shares to 35 shares, and I got you guys another gift. So again, like I said, it took I took everything that it said to do from a brand new business, brand new everything, just as a pure experiment, and made $709 in 2 hours. So when I tell you this system works, it does, because I did it myself as a brand new, act like I didn't know anything, like I was just brand new to the space. So with that being said, when it comes to 2026, we have resources like that. I didn't have that in 2016. I didn't have the things that I could leverage, that you guys can leverage today. Yes, now I do, but before it was a lot of just grinding, grinding, grinding on social media. Now it's that simple. Taking something from AI, following a simple strategy, and generating revenue. Okay. So with that being said, guys, the community link is gone. So, for the people that want to get access and who want to get the 30-day digital marketing playbook with Candace AI, that's going to literally create you a business that's going to start generating revenue. What I did, actually, let me see something. So what I did is I actually updated my link again so you guys can get access to it. So Excuse me. So if you want to get this entire system, what you would do is you go to the link in my bio. Again, it's going to be the only link because I only put links there when I'm talking about it. Can I make this bigger? Okay, just do it this way. Okay, so it's gonna be the only link in my bio. So you're gonna click it, the 30-day digital marketing playbook plus Candace AI. When you go there, it's gonna say this, copy the link. It does that every time. It does it for most people. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna copy that link. Then you're gonna go to your browser and it's gonna take you to my website. So it's gonna break it down from start to finish, from step one to step five on exactly how it works, explains how Candace AI works and everything that's included. And just to show you guys results from my students over the past 10 years, because again, receipt queen, I document everything. From here, you can see like this one post. Again, this is leveraging the attention on social media. This post got 3.7 million views, came with 30, or where is it? 38,000 followers. But that wasn't just followers, that's potential customers. This came with a 5-figure check, 4-figure check, high 4-figure check. This one right here, this was my personal one, 20 million views, 72,000, wait, where is it? Yeah, 72,000 followers, 65,000 comments, 65,000 people that were interested in my digital offer. That came with a high 5-figure check. This one, 2.1 million. You're going to learn my exact social media strategy that I've learned over the past 10 years. From there, you can see more testimonies. $500 made, 12 sales, 400. My highest check today, I got 3,000. Um, Sharing a screenshot for their first sale. And this is where you would get access to both the resources. You'll get access to both tools immediately after, obviously going through this. So for you guys on the lives, I'm making it available for 79. The cheapest system that you'll ever have one time to create you an entire business. That's cheaper than a dinner date. That's cheaper than the movies at this point. A pair of shoes. You could have an entire business. It would mute. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Say yes or no in the chat. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. Perfect. 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 Okay. So again, $79. Usually it's $299, but for the people in the live, I'm gonna make it 79. So that way you can get access to the system because I want people to win. Again, the goal is to make making money mainstream, making money online mainstream. And again, I don't want to bash other courses, other people, because I'm not into that. I'm more into seeing the reality because I've seen this before. Again, 10 years in this game. I've seen this before. People are charging hundreds of dollars for courses. Okay. Hundreds, not couple, not 79, hundreds of dollars for courses, right? And those courses people are reselling. I've seen this before. I've seen this before, and I can tell you right now how it ends. When people buy these courses, what do? They resell these courses. Problem is, what are you building for yourself? What I have a lot of people coming to my space from those spaces. What are you building for yourself? If you okay, you're making money now, maybe you aren't, maybe you are. 6 months to a year from now, you're still going to be selling. Can you scale somebody else? You can't really scale that. Let's say a year or two from now, you decide, okay, I don't want to sell this product anymore. You didn't build something for yourself. You built somebody else's brand. So the people that created these courses, the people that are making these courses, and let's say everybody decides to stop after 6 months, guess what? You just built their brand. Now they have something that they can last, that they can scale and create more out of. So when they're driving around in Range Rovers and Bentleys and you know Rolls Royce, whatever, they get these $1 million homes, just know you're contributing to that. Nothing wrong with that. I get it. If you're using as affiliate to some degree, yes, but you can't scale something that's not yours. Can't hear. Here, this is what I'm gonna do. Can you guys hear me now? I'm just gonna take the mic off. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, you could have heard me perfectly. Okay. That was already two people that said they couldn't hear me, so I'm just gonna take it off. But if you guys can hear me without the mic, I'm just gonna go without the mic. You are building somebody else's brand. You are building somebody else's course. You're building up somebody else's legacy. You're not building your own. Because what I teach people what to do is I teach people are charging thousands, yes, thousands of dollars. I'm teaching people how to build something for themselves that they can automate and scale. Because if you start with a digital asset, oh, we hit 30. Oh no, wait, the goal was the goal 35 or 30? I'm gonna move the goal post closer. If it was 35, it's now 30. Let's get these shares to 30, and then I'm gonna give you guys another nugget that you guys can use. So if you already have something on for yourself, this is what's gonna take you from what you're doing now. This is like a scaling nugget, how to scale. Okay, so I teach people how to create something for themselves that they can sell. See, here's the thing. I have multiple streams. I have about at least 5 to 6 main streams of income. And I have a bunch of little ones that make me good money, a couple hundred here and there. But I have 6 main ones, and they're all with each other. What do they say? Be a jack of all trades, be a master at none. People think having multiple streams of income is doing this and then having that business and having this business. Some degree, yes, but then what does that sound like to you? To me, it sounds like overworked. That seems like a lot going on. I teach people how to start with a digital asset first and then creating multiple streams into one. So for me, I have a main digital asset, one main business. Well, actually, I have 2 main businesses, but they're pretty much the same type of business. They both have a stream of income that goes directly into this. So if this makes money, this makes money. Now I have another income stream that is attached to that. So now if this makes money, that makes money, this make money, that make money. That's how you make multiple streams. That's how you scale. That's how you can make money. I feel like it's being better with your time, I should say, because the time that you're spending on your business is automatically going to result in this business thriving and then this income stream thriving. And that's exactly what I teach people. Okay. To build something for themselves and to, excuse me, to scale and then also automate that. Going back to what I said, I work no more than 2 hours a day. Sometimes I only work 1 hour. Sometimes I even take a break. I will say this again for the people that are tuning in or who want to again know how to get access to Candace AI that will create you your business, that will create, launch, start generating revenue and scaling in your first 30 days. The link is in my bio. Again, it's on sale for you guys during this live. After this live, I'm not gonna have the link there. I always take it off because I like to for you guys to hear what I have to say first because I don't want just everybody. I want people who are serious. Okay. So if you're watching this, now is the time to take advantage of that right now. So while you guys are doing that, because I have a lot of notifications of people already taking advantage of that, I'm gonna just share one piece of information with you guys. So I already lost my train of thought. I literally just lost my train of thought. Where was I going with this? Okay, we'll just go back to what I thought I was at is building having multiple streams. Oh, automate. So I don't work no more. That's where we was. I don't work no more than 2 hours a day. Sorry guys. My brain, I don't know if y'all are like me, but my brain moves way faster than my mouth. So I start stuttering and then I start being all over the place. And then people be like, what is this girl talking about? Okay. So I work no more than 1 to 2 hours a day because my business is for the most part automated. The only schedule that I live by is by my kids' schedule. My kids, they went to school this morning. That's the only reason why I was up. I gotta pick them up at a certain time. That other than that, I'm making money in my PJs. I don't have to go nowhere. I don't have to do anything. And that's the life we should be living. I learned very quick. Well, I learned through going through the motions that life is not meant to just be going to school, getting a job, working 50 years of our lives, and then retiring at old age. I want to live life now. Matter of fact, everybody in the comment, when do you want to live life? Do you want to live now or do you want to live life when you're old? Comment in the chat. What do you live? What? Do you want to live now or do you want to live when you're old? Now. Everybody, I don't know the views. Again, stats are covered, but there should be the same viewers should match the nows. Now, exactly. Everybody wants to live now. Why do these successful people get to live now, but we gotta live when we old? And then they're talking about some, I don't know, like most people's age, they're talking about some like when you retire, the social security might not even be there. They're not even gonna have the money for the people that want to retire. It was a whole thing. I don't remember. Live now. You have the resources, you have the tools, you have the skills. You work for the people people that were in the beginning of the live, when I asked y'all to click the post button, you're able to listen, follow directions, and post. You live in an era where social media is all about discoverability. You live in an era where people want convenience. Leverage that. Think about leverage. You're already, that's a skill that you already have. I don't know about you guys, but let me just use an example. When my mom, she's in a good mood. When she's in a really good mood, that's when I'd be like, hey, you know, what's up? We should go out. Okay, well, what are you doing this weekend? Maybe you could, stay at my house and watch the kids so me and CJ can go do something. I'm leveraging the fact that she's in a good mood. This is a skill that most people already have. You just need direction to pull it all together. And that's exactly what I teach. And that's the point of a mentor. You don't have to go through the trial and error. I went through the trial and error. I figured I didn't have a mentor. You're learning from somebody who's been doing it for 10 years. And again, everything I do is well documented. I'm more active on the IG app, and let's see. If you go to my profile on the IG app, I document everything. Okay. So if you look in the highlights, you can go to testimonies, you can see all the student success, 9,000, 16,000, and it just goes. If you see at the top, there's a lot of them. These are people that have made money with me in any business that I've touched because I know exactly what I'm doing because it starts with social media. If you can master social media, you can make any business successful. So, and just to show you even my journey, you can see from the very beginning. This is me working at McDonald's, like I told y'all. Hardest worker in the room, did exactly what they said by the book. I worked as hard as I possibly could. Guess what I got for working hard? A plaque. That was my reward for working hard. This was me in high school when I was a teen mom, science class, my best friend. Walked the stage with my daughter. Just a regular person, no background, no nothing. I didn't know anything. Still to this day, I'm blown out of my mind that I'm that girl that's living the life that I'm living now. Everything is paid for. I can pay all of my bills and everything in one paycheck and one deposit that I get. I get paid daily. And that's the cool thing about this is when you have a digital asset, you get paid daily too, by the way. So again, you should be making no more. You should be making at least $100 a day. So I did what they said. Oh, was because you're working at the McDonald's. Of course, you're not going to make that much. You can only go so far with it. Well, I picked up another job as at a call center. I did what I could with my situation. I did. I followed the book down to a T. I was literally known for being the go-to at my job, trying to be up under my manager, trying to be the best worker that I can. And look what it got me. A dollar, a dollar raise. Was it a dollar? I don't even think it was a dollar. Picking up additional shifts. And as you can see, my journey literally from start to finish. These are events, some of the events that I've hosted. So when I tell you that everything is documented and the proof, the results speak for themselves and success clues, you can see all of this for yourself with your own two eyes. So with that being said, guys, this is what I'm gonna leave you guys with. And this is what scares me when I think about to this day. Going back to what I said as a full circle moment. Oh, if we could reach 35, oh, we reached 35 likes. Woo! Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys this free nugget too, really quick. But really quick, I want to. Well, no, let me give you the free gift. So if you, let's say you already have a business or you already have a niche picked out, one of my hacks to really, because when it comes to social media and having a digital business, the two things have to be present in order for you to make money with your offer. One is you have to have trust. Okay, that's why I say when you create content for your business, for your offer, you want to be talking to your audience because that's who's going to be listening. That's who's going to trust you. You want to build a relationship with your targeted audience. You don't want to talk to everybody. If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. If you have your targeted audience, you can build that trust with them. And then the second thing is okay, so trust and then obviously value. You have to be providing value. You want to be you want to be the go-to in your niche. You want to dominate your niche. That's something that I teach inside my community. So I'm giving these nuggets for you for free. So one thing that I do, this is what I want everybody to do if you already have a business or you're getting into this, And you can do it or you don't have to, but this is what makes my life easier, is building free communities. So free communities on FB, free communities on any platform, having a community, because if you can create a community and bring people into your free community, now you could provide them unlimited value, and this is your target audience, and now you'll have them forever. And that's one of the ways that I was able to make so much money, is by having a free community. So that's the little piece of nugget that I'm gonna give you guys. So with that being said, guys, the last piece of thing that I'm gonna leave you guys with is, oh, excuse me. And making a free community is not hard by any means. When you're already posting content, you would share that content into your community. It's literally that simple. It's just putting your targeted audience in one place. Just like if you're going fishing, you have a pool, you catch a fish, you may never catch that fish again, or you're still sitting there. But if you put all of your fish in one place, now you have an unlimited, you always have fish. Does that make sense? Yes or no? So if you're in the credit niche, you can make a community for credit. If you're in the business niche, make a free community for business growth, social media tips. That's what's getting people paid in 2026 right now, because you can always make money off of that community. Okay. So, anyways, the last piece of information I'm going to share with you, because I have a lot of getting access to Candace AI and the Day Digital Market Playbook. Again, just show you guys one last time, because it's only going to be here while I'm live. Is by going to my profile, clicking the link tree. From there, it's the only link. Click the 30-day digital marketing playbook, copy that link, go to your browser, and it'll take you to my actual website where you can get access to it right away on demand instantly. And really quickly, let me just actually, because I didn't do this, I'm going to show you how Candace AI works. So it's just like this. Again, there's no fancy prompts needed. The first button, help me start my digital business, help me with my social media growth, help me improve what I'm already doing, and how can I scale. We're going to start with help me with my digital business, start my digital business. From there, hi friend, we're going to keep this simple, tell me about you, etc., etc. So it's learning you, and it's going to create you that digital asset. So again, the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is this, and it scares me because, again, going back to what I said in the very beginning, I had two options when I was about to get evicted and had no money for Christmas. One was to get a third job, live by the book, work harder, work harder, work harder, that voice that they tell us, or to lock into social media and try this digital space. Because again, the worst thing that could happen was I just be right back in the same situation I'm in. I can only gain, I can only go up from here. I'm already at the bottom. I locked into the first one with, no, the second one, which was social media. I thank God every single day for presenting me this opportunity, because if not, I would be somewhere miserable, not being where I want to be. I lived my dream life at 31 years old, became a millionaire at 23. So when I tell you, regardless if it's me that you're seeing or somebody else, because there's so many people, so many different ways to make money, so many different things, even if it's not with business, if it's with anything in life, if you see something and if you feel like just a little piece of you feels like, okay, this could work for me, take advantage of it and act on it. Because the last thing you want to do is go say, oh, I'll do this later. I'll do it next time. Maybe. And never do anything. Months go by, years go by. And then you say, wow, who would I have been? Where would I have been at if I would have took advantage of that when I first saw it? Because again, the worst thing that could happen is you're being in the same place you're at now. At least try to see if it works. Bitcoin is an example. We kept hearing it on LimeWire. I don't know if y'all remember LimeWire. Invest in the Bitcoin, invest in Bitcoin. If you would have invested in it back then, you would be a millionaire today. I still to this day be like, why didn't I do that? So again, obviously do a little bit of research, do a little bit of your homework. But if you see that the proof is there, the value is there, and you've seen that it has worked for other people, take advantage of that, because you don't know where you could be later on in life. Okay. So, with that being said, actually, real quick, I want to share one more thing with you guys. And it's, oh my goodness, hold on. One of my students, that became actually ended up I can even consider her a friend now. Someone that has never touched a dollar from the internet. She found me on FB actually, and she saw what I was doing, and she heard my message. She learned just like you guys, listened to what I was talking about, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna try this," even though she didn't really too much, was going for it right away, but she tried it, and she texted me. This was not too long ago. Thanks, I really appreciate it. I've literally been able to make a life. Her name is Bree, by the way. Shout out to Bree if you're watching. I've been able to make a life off of what y'all taught me over the years. I'm thankful to have your help. And then she said she hasn't quite hit the $1 million mark. Again, she's only been in this for like a year or so, but I've already made $250,000 this past year. Me and Jamal, they're looking to buy a house now because of this. So when I tell you that we have real results, real receipts, real people seeing life changing, just like how I was able to, it's true. You can see it for yourself. Social media is growing like crazy. People are earning like crazy. So the very device that's in your hand is the same tool that I use, my students use, to be able to make hundreds, thousands of dollars from the internet. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this live up. It was fun. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to spend time with me. I believe everything is about alignment and God's timing. I give all my glory, all my success to God because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't even be able to be on this live with you guys. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave the link for 15 minutes because, again, there's people coming in later and it takes a little bit time for them to get access to get everything set up, which I understand. So I'm going to leave the link there for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the link is coming down. And after that, you won't have access. And I can't promise you that the price isn't going to go up because since we're still in the launch phase, we're dropping it down to 79. But after that, I can guarantee you 100%. Don't know when, but at some point it will go up for the system because it's the value that comes with it. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your guys' day. And I'll see you guys then. And I'll see the people that got started. Shout out to everyone that got started. I'll see you guys on the inside. Peace. Uh, How do I end this? And YouTube. So again, for everybody that's here on YouTube, the link is also in my bio. So um again, take advantage of it. So let me go ahead. Okay. You guys have a blessed rest of your